Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in that video day, and the Houston Rockets take another tough loss, their 7th loss in a row, and happy to say that the Rockets are officially done with Oklahoma City this season, because both times the Rockets have faced Oklahoma City in Oklahoma City, it's not been a good result. Here we lose by 37. The last time we lost by, our worst loss of the season, we lost by like 41 or 45. So, safe to say our season series has been ended with the OKC Thunder. Rockets take both games at home, 2 really good wins for the Rockets at home. And the Thunder take both games at home as well. But those were the wins that we beat, the 2 times we beat them. We took care of business, but it was not as bad as the Thunder did us in these last couple games. So, just excited to move on. This was a tough night for the Rockets from the beginning. And it's not only that, guys, but Jalen Green is the main thing. I hope he's okay, but the injury looks really bad, and let's start with that because we're not going to talk about this game much. Let's talk about Jalen Green. So, I was really impressed with him because he gets hurt at before halftime, like 2 minutes before halftime. Had 14 points before halftime, knocked in 6 free throws out of 7, had 2 rebounds, had 2 assists, 1 block, was 2 for 4 from 3, was doing pretty good, and then it hurts his hamstring, and an injury that does not look very good for him. Thank God that he has some time to take some rest. Rockets do not play till the 24th. Going into the All-Star break, this was the Rockets' last game. Going into the All-Star break, so I don't know how much time Jalen could miss from this, but I do know that there's next 10 days or so that the Rockets don't play because of the All-Star break. So in that case, I do know that is a very good thing for Jalen, but hopefully he's okay. Who knows? We'll find out probably in the next couple of days what is going on with him. I would doubt he's going to be able to play in the Rising Stars game, which is this weekend with his injury from today. But I doubt that the Rockets, well, I don't even think he's going to be able to play, but even if he is, I would doubt the Rockets are going to let him play now. But tough to see Jalen get hurt. Hopefully he's okay. You guys let me know your thoughts on Jalen's injury, and that's really it on Jalen. He was not their leading. You know, the sad thing is Jalen was almost their leading scorer tonight, and he only played in the first half. The Rockets' leading scorer was Jabari with 15. Only took 8 shots, made 4 of them, hit two threes, was 2 for 4, hit 5 free throws, had 6 out of 6, and had 9 rebounds as well. But that was not on that wasn't the most on the team. Sengun had 10, and then had 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. So pretty good defensive game by Bari, and that's only in 29 minutes because his minutes were a little low because didn't play at all. I believe he did not play at all in the fourth quarter because of the blowout. But this was such a bad game that there was only 35 points scored by both teams in the fourth quarter. But I want to play a stat that is very similar to the game that when the Rockets lost, like 153 to like 122. Yeah, we lost in that game we lost to the Thunder by 31, and then this one was 37, which is even worse. But in that game, OKC scored 40 points, almost 40 points in every quarter. They scored like 40, 40, 41, 38. Tonight, they started the 3 quarters in something similar, 38, 38, 40. The defense has to be better, and in the fourth quarter it was, but, they're up by 40, 45. Who's trying at that point? But this is, again, another embarrassing loss, and the second embarrassing loss of the season for the Rockets goes to the same team that had the first one. Jason Tate, I will say I was impressed with him. He had 11 points, only played 19 minutes. Led this team pretty well after Jalen got hurt, and even when he was playing, he led this team pretty well. But besides that, what's there to be impressed with that? Besides that, he was 1 for 2 from 3, 2 for 5 from free throw, 2 rebounds. That's really it for Tate. Other starters, KJ had 4, Sengun had 8 and 10 rebounds. And that's really it for our starters. Off the bench, Josh with 10. 10 for Tari Eason. Hey, a guy who I like very much, just made a video about him yesterday, Darius Days, gets 17 minutes. I did say in my video yesterday I wanted the Rockets to give him 10 to 15 minutes tonight, and he got more. It wasn't in the way I expected. I wanted it to be rotation minutes, not a blowout, but, minutes are minutes, right? Scored 7, 4 rebounds. His three-point shooting was, a little off, but that's okay. He was in a little bit of a slump, but I really like this kid, and I think we definitely need to be giving him some more minutes. And then Garuba played 15 minutes, had 0. And Frank Kaminsky in his second game as a Rocket played 13 minutes, had 4. And then who else am I missing? Boban with 2 points in 7 minutes. Ty had a pretty good game off the bench with 8 points. Shot 3 for 11, but had 8. And then Trevor Hudgens played 14 minutes at the end of the third quarter and the whole fourth quarter. I was not very impressed with this guy. He had 1-3, but that's out of 7, was 1 for 8. So just was struggling out there. We haven't seen, Hudgens or Darius Days enough. Well, I think Darius Days we've seen it enough now because we've seen him play at least 17. We've seen him at least play 25 minutes in 3 games. But Hudgens, I think it's fair to say that we haven't seen him play enough either. But, who knows? He could have been an off shooting night or off shooting, night, or he could have, or he's just not that great. But hopefully we have some more chances to look at these guys in Days and Hudgens as the season ends. But not the best game for him tonight. That's really it for guys off the bench. Josh and Tari led it off the bench, and Darius Days did a pretty good job in his 17 minutes as well. But besides that, this was not a very good game for the Rockets. Going for the Thunder, Shea had 29. Free throw specialist, 13 for 15. He not hitting many threes either, 0 for 2. He's not really a three-point shooter guy, really anymore. He used to be a pretty decent shooter. He's just not shooting that well this season. He's driving. He's playing good defense, making free throws, passing the ball around. He's a really good defensive player, actually. He had 2 blocks tonight, played great defense against the Rockets, had 6 assists. He's definitely their future. Josh Giddey had 13. Lou Dort had 15. Jalen Williams had 13. The other Jalen Williams had 8. And then Saric in his Thunder debut had 12 points. Nice to see him playing some good basketball. He was definitely in a bad state in mind, and Phoenix was not getting a lot of minutes. And if he gets some minutes with the OKC, I think he'll be really good. Jerome Robinson-Earl with 9. Isaiah Joe with 7. Trey Mann with 4. Kenrich Williams with 6. And that's really it for this game. Aaron Wiggins had 6 as well. But tough loss for the Rockets. But it's been a tough season. But tonight was extra tough because another blowout to a team who blew out this bad, if not worse, a couple weeks ago, and you thought you had that behind you. Yes, you've been losing, but not this bad. And then that same team does the same thing to you. Also, your best player gets injured at the end of the first half. Also, I know we are horrible, but this is you don't want to go into an All-Star break like this. I mean, losing a game by 37 going into the All-Star break is not good confidence, but hopefully the Rockets can, some of these Rockets that are not participating in any of the things, only Rockets are participating are, as update live, Jalen will be getting our MRI tomorrow, so that's just an update there. But what I wanted to say there is that some of these guys that aren't participating, Jalen could be. I don't think he will be anymore. Jalen's scheduled to be in the skills challenge. So is Sengun. Jabari is set in the skills challenge. My bad. In the the young game. What's the young game called? The Rising Stars game. So Jalen could be in there. I doubt it with his injury. Sengun's set to be in this Rising Stars game. Jabari is not only set to be in the Rising Star game, but he's in the skills challenge with some of the other rookies, Paulo Banchero and Jaden Ivey. And then KJ's in the dunk contest. But the other guys, besides those guys, take the next 10 days to work on your game. So this team could be potentially a little better going into the All-Star break. But that's it for the video. Tough loss for the Rockets, 96-133. And we'll be back with Rockets post games in a week. Take some time off from dealing with these tough losses. But some besides the 4 players that are participating in those stuff this weekend, some of our players just need to take this next week or so, a little more than a week or so, and take it off and work on their games, and hopefully we can come back a tiny bit better. I doubt it, but we'll see. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy them, your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.